Good morning, traders. So we're still using the Bill Williams theory and looking at the DAX. So I've left in the levels and channel line that I drew in yesterday, and a couple of things you can see. Firstly, this downward trend line here was adhered to. We sort of tagged it and then bounced off it. But more importantly, we've closed below the channel. Okay, so in other words, this is no longer a channel. Now let's just do that. But what we do have in play right now is a potential double bottom that is brewing. Okay, so this would be a daily double bottom, and it's kind of what I would expect. Let's leave that one in for now. It's kind of what I would expect. So we hit the level, we bounced up, we're coming back to test the level now. Now the critical area that we need to watch is obviously a break below 10,587. Okay, a break below that, and then we have potential for the next leg down, and that next leg down is more than likely going to be somewhere close to this head and shoulders. So let's just do that. Maybe not. Maybe still a little bit more to go. So basically what I'll do is, this was the leg down, this was the consolidation. I'll take that down. Let's put a level on here, but we are getting pretty close to the head and shoulders target. Okay, so that's looking at it from the daily or the weekly view. Right, so let's just get down to levels that we're interested in trading. At this moment in time, what we see here is alligator is still intact. The only thing that's worrying me is essentially the oscillators. Okay, so the awesome oscillator is showing signs of strength. In other words, double bottom on price, but a higher high, a higher low on the awesome oscillator, and also we have some diversions brewing here as well. Okay, so that's the only thing that's worrying me. So I wouldn't really be looking for shorts just yet. The short was pretty much yesterday, although I wasn't trading the DAX. I was more interested in the Dow. And let's just go there and we'll see what we had. Pretty much you had this trend line that was intact, and if I take, let me just draw it on the hour, you'll see what I mean. We take it from there to there. Okay, we bounced off it, we came back, we tried to close above it again, and then the FOMC minutes came out, and obviously the market didn't like what they saw, and down we went. And that was rather significant. I mean, we're talking 150 points on the DAX. Okay, so that was your entry for your long. Here's the previous swing low. Okay, you can see we tested. Okay, so if you combine all of these together, that's first test, second test, third test, failure. Or we could say 1, 2, 3, 4 tests. But anyway, that was the level. And if we just look at the 4 hour, you'll see there's the previous swing low there. You'll see it was a swing high there. It was a swing low there. So fairly significant level. And if we just scroll across, you will see some more interaction. But it's probably going to be quite far away. There we go. Okay, so you can see swing high, swing high. Okay, so that was the previous level that was broken out of and then came back and tested. Right, so you see there it is, carry through, we broke through, broke down, test, test. That's a double top at the moment, but I would assume that target is done. Let's just double check. So there's the low of the double top. And yeah, that target is pretty much done. Okay, so let's line it up with the inside bar. That was the target area, and there we are. Okay. Right, so at this stage, I would be looking at a little bit of a bounce before another entry short. Okay, so this could be a couple of things, and I'm on the 4-hour chart. I'm just drawing in my levels, and we'll go look at it on the half-hour. Okay, so there's my previous swing low. It's now an inside tail because price has come past it, and there is my other previous low. So those two fractional levels are the ones that I'm watching. So ideally what I want to see is a bit of a bounce. And you can see we've already bounced up to this level. Okay, but we haven't tested this breakout. So I would love to see a retest of 10,734. That would give me an entry short, and I may actually be able to hold that entry through the rest of the week and possibly most of next week as well. Okay, so that's my view at the moment. This short has played out. So more than likely, if you are short, probably move your stop down. I'd move it into roughly just above this level here, over there. So I'd move it up to pretty much there, which is 10,774. Doesn't protect much, but that's what I would do because I'm expecting a little bit of a bounce up. This is a pretty big level that we're at the moment as well, and we've broken through a fairly significant level. So I'd like to see a retest higher. Okay, and the oscillator is also telling me that there is potential for a little bit of a move to the upside. The question is whether it is just going to hold here at 10,689, or are we going to move back up to 10,734? But one of those two levels is what I'm interested in. If it does carry on to the downside, so be it. I'm not interested in chasing it. I'd rather wait for the pullback, get in on the pullback. My risk to reward will be a lot higher. Okay, so that's my view on the DAX. I'm still very bearish on this, and I am ultimately expecting that head and shoulders target to play out. Maybe not this week. Could be this week. I mean, it's still 2 days, or possibly next week. But that target is definitely on the cards. And to be honest with you, that would be the area that I would be looking to take a gamble as a long. But for now, trend is down. You look for shorts and you trade to the downside. Okay. So anyway, in other words, any bit of a rally that we get, you trade. And before we go, let's have a look at the futures market. So the DAX futures at the moment is down 1.3%, sitting at 10,641. 10,641. That's pretty close to where we closed. Okay, so there's nothing really happening there. I just want to check. Okay, oil is down. Hang Seng is down. Nikkei's down. So pretty much most of the market's down, and the Dow fell 1.5% yesterday. And the other big one for this is the S&P. S&P is also 1.5% down yesterday. Okay, so that's my view on the DAX. I hope it helps. Hope you managed to get some of the short if you were trading it. I know it was a little bit dicey because of FOMC. You had 2 days of nothing. But if you have your levels drawn in, and that was your main level that you had because you had so many touches on it, and it was a previous, if you look there, it was a previous breakout level here. And you see test, 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 another test, and a 200 moving average on the 30. That was your signal to take your short with a stop. I mean, you could have had your order on the level pretty much, or just below it there, and had a 30 or 40 point stop loss. Even if you put it above this previous swing high up here, which would have been 70 points. Okay, so anyway, that's my view on the DAX at the moment. I'm still expecting downside, but not willing to short at this level. Okay, so I'd expect some consolidation. I want to see the oscillator grouping to the upside. And again, look at this Williams percentage R. Every time it groups to the upside, it moves to the downside. Every time it groups to the upside, it moves to the downside. Every time it groups to the downside, it moves to the upside. So what do we have here? It's grouped to the downside. So I'm expecting some sort of a rally to come and test one of these breakout levels. Could be this low one here at 10,670, or it could be higher up around here at 10728. Okay, so that's where I'll be waiting for a short on this market. Anyway, guys, that's it for me today. I hope it helps, and I will catch you later. Cheers for now.